Welcome to my first ever video on YouTube, my first few videos. This is actually a fairly large pack that I'm going to go over. I am going over a mod pack from Minecraft. It's found in the Tekkit launcher, or you could download it. Um, it is called Galacticraft, which uses BuildCraft, made by Spacetoad, Thermal Expansion by KingCoFH, CoFH, Cynical, and ZeldaKavira. Car- Kavira, whatever. And Galacticraft was made by McDoodle8s. Now, Galacticraft actually uses quite a lot. I estimated this about 47 recipes, but I'll go over all of them with you and I'll show you how everything works. Now, fair warning, I am not too smart about circuitry here, but basically the circuitry here just allows the machines to work so I can show you how they work. Warning, I can't really show you how to make a proper moon base because that requires you to be able to set up circuitry to where you can actually get it to where you have enough power to create enough oxygen inside your base. But the Galactic Crafts and all the other mods, the other two mods that it associates itself with, has a bunch of new ingots. The ingots are and ores are Invar, copper, tin, lead, electrum, silver, ferrous, and shiny. You do not need all of them. The only things you really need are Invar, copper, tin, lead, electrum, and I believe a few silver. I'm not too sure, but we'll see that along the line. Now, these are basic things you will need to get to actually survive on the moon. I'm going to go over the recipes in no particular order on how you need them. Now, these are 10 canisters. You will need a few of these because these make your oxygen tanks, some machinery and all that as well. The higher quality the oxygen tank, the more 10 canisters you need. Now don't be confused with the name 10 canister. There are 10 ingots, but it uses lead ingots to make. Lead ingots just in a cauldron form, 7 lead in total. And there are 3 different oxygen tanks. The light, medium, and heavy. To make the light, you need a copper, 1 tin, and 1 lime wool. Lime wool, yes, the color of the wool does matter in this. You need lime wool for a light oxygen tank. This is the medium oxygen tank. You need 2 tin on the bottom, 2 tin canisters in the middle, and 2 orange wool on top. Now, heavy oxygen tanks. These require lead on the bottom, 3 leads on the bottom, 3 tin in a straight line, and 3 red wool in the uppers. Now I'm going to go over some parts for machinery and parts for the rest of your oxygen gear, which you will kind of look like this. And one of them is an oxygen concentrator, which requires 3 tin in like a little arc thing right here, 4 Invars in corners right here, an air vents in the bottom, and a tin canister. You will need a few of these. I'm going to go over with you how to make an air vent now so you can actually make these things. 3 tin, just like so, and a lead ingot right there just to finish the square. You can actually make these in your inventory crafting area if you wanted to. Invar gear. I'm not too sure. You may need a few of these in your recipes. You may just need a few, which is made. They're made by Invar ingots, just in the sides, middles right there, and an iron ingot in the middle. Kind of like how you would make a clock or a compass, except it's iron and Invar. Now, to make an air fan, you need an Invar gear in the middle, with Invar ingots in the corners, and a redstone on the bottom. Redstone's amazing. Alright, now, machine frames. You're going to need this for every single machine you build in this mod pack, or these mod packs, I should say. 4 irons in the corners, 4 glass in the centers, and 1 gold, or some people like to call it butter, right smack dab in the middle. You're going to need a few of these. I'm not too sure exactly how many it is to make a space station. Yes, you can make space stations. I believe it's like 23, 26, somewhere in the 20s. Now, these will be used in almost every single machineries as well. Now, the NASA workbench. This allows you to make your rocket, which looks like that over there. It requires 3 lead across the top, 4 Invar ingots, 2 on the side right here and 2 on the side right here, 1 crafting bench, and 1 electrum ingots. I believe electrum ingots are the hardest to find. I am not too certain about that. And now let's get some machinery. This you do not need. This shouldn't even be here, so I'll just not go over that for now. It's the old way of getting fuel for your rocket, but you don't necessarily need it anymore. Now, oxygen collectors. These are used to collect the oxygen from leaves from trees, or just in the overworld. It can be placed anywhere and it'll just automatically have all the oxygen it needs. You need 4 iron in each corner, 1 air fan, 1 air vent, an oxygen concentrator on the top, a machine frame in the middle, and a redstone reception coil in the bottom. Now, for oxygen compressor, you will need, this actually fills your oxygen tanks to where you can actually go to the moon, survive with your oxygen tanks and all that. It requires 6 lead ingots, 3 on each side, an oxygen concentrator, a machine frame in the middle, and a redstone reception coil on the bottom. Now, the oxygen bubble distributor. This is a weird item. It actually makes a bubble of oxygen, which allows you to breathe, which you can use in space. It needs power and it needs oxygen that's collected from the oxygen collector. Depending on how well you circuit your moon base, you will always have air in your moon base. I am not smart enough with circuitry and all that, so I'm not too certain how to make a proper moon base, like I said, and I am sorry. But I will teach you how to make this and how it works. You need 4 lead on each corner, 2 air vents on the sides, an air fan, and a machine frame. Now in the back here, I just have some recipes from BuildCraft on what stuff I use to power my machines. I use the Stirling engine, which is 3 cobble on the top, a glass in the center, 2 stone gears, and a piston. Now to get stone gears, you just need a wooden gear with 3 cobblestones on the side. And to get a wooden gear, you just put sticks instead of stone and nothing in the middle. Pretty simple. And these are conductive pipes, which makes the electricity flow through which actually transfers energy to the machines. Now to make these, you need a transport pipe and a redstone. And to make transport pipes, you just need whatever type you're using. Oak, wood, any kind of wood will do actually, and a glass in the center. A stone transport pipe is stone instead, and a glass in the center. Now, moving on. Here we just have some decoration items and some major items. Decoration items, these are used for moon stuff and all that, to make like your moon base and all that. Stone, just a 10 ingot on the side to get a decoration block with lines, and on the bottom you'll just get a smooth one. I like it how they actually made it to where it matters where it goes. Now, oxygen pipe. You will need a lot of these, which is just 6 glass panes. Just leave the center empty and all that. Now, an oxygen mask. You will need this. It's just an iron helmet surrounded by glass panes. Fairly simple to make. Now, continuing on.